You are unaccustomed to seeing Bertrude smiling, and yet there she is, doing just that. You soon see why. You have observed before how her manner seems to soften to the degree it can whenever Volfred is around. If only I could have seen their faces then. What was your secret, dare I ask, dear Bertrude? It appears they're reminiscing about old times in the Commonwealth. Flame-resistant inks, Sandalwood. 'Twas the inks themselves which kept those volumes from being burnt to ash. Flame-resistant inks, of course. The good officers who came to visit, they were so intent on burning all the evidence they did not stop to think the evidence was fireproof. Alas, that they later found a way to burn thy stamping press regardless. Thy written words, they moved us many times, and many others whom we knew there in the southern bogs. No matter, dear Bertrude, what's done is done. At least we made it difficult for them, is that not so? While introducing some of our fellow citizens to new ideas. Perhaps. My words would not have reached near half as many were it not for you, not to mention how I managed to elude them for another decade or so. I am ever thankful for your sacrifice. Thy thanks shall not be necessary, Sandalwood. Well, you shall have to take them from me anyhow. Thank you, Bertrude, for helping to fulfill a modest author's dreams. What good's a stamping press without good inks? No good at all. They exchange a laugh at this, but then... Even still, and through this new ordeal, thou hast no love for us. Is that not so? Bertrude. Nay, we understand full well. Thou needst not further explain thyself. There are different kinds of love, Bertrude. On that account, thou hast nothing to teach us, Sandalwood. They each remain silent for a time. Our hearts, they cannot be controlled, Bertrude. Blasted things they are. They act well on their own. He puts away his pipe. I am blessed to have you in my life, back in the Commonwealth and here as well. I mean that, although I know that is not enough. At first, Bertrude does not seem to acknowledge this in any way, but then... Nay, Sandalwood, it is enough. It is enough. She departs without awaiting a response, brushing past you as she goes. Volfred soon turns away as well, politely bidding you a good evening. The two old friends have evidently managed their way past certain tensions in their long-standing relationship. They rather seem to draw a certain strength from one another. As you know, Bertrude, I'm married to my art, the books. Ah, well. Let us sally forth. Your flight takes you near to where you breached past Stormwall into Deathless Tempest. With the climate and the downside intensifying, you wonder if the storm has spilled forth from its confines and started to ravage over the regions of the land. Yeah, I'm noticing it's snowing like everywhere now. Interesting. Seems rather ominous, you could say. The forbidding cairn of hell lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear the listless remains of Shaq's 6 shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through to flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the accusers, should be on their way there now. Soon you shall confront them once again. Yeah, cool. We can go to Shunt or Lick Sand. These both sound disgusting. Let's go to Shunt. Page? Page, please? No page? Okay. I guess if this is still the Jomor Valley region, maybe that's the deciding factor. Hey, Jodariel! Jodariel seems more reserved even than usual since her confrontation with Ignarius and the Tempers. Nonetheless, she addresses you. Tell me something, Rita. Back where you came from, did you have someone whom you considered close? Jodariel is asking about your past personal life. This is the downside. Your past is not important, not worth mentioning. Say there was no one. You was a solitary life in the Commonwealth. Your friends are in greater number here. However brief, the memory of that relationship is something you always bear. I feel like as a reader, probably didn't have many friends. I'm going to say there was no one. Tell Jodariel that you had nobody close enough to be worth mentioning back in the Commonwealth. She shows no reaction to this, but you can tell that she's listening. I see. I led a solitary life as well, though for a time I had someone. It is something which did not end well, but there were times. She trails off. We had our times. She looks up at you then. That Ignarius. He is a base fool. We have not a thing in common save a set of horns. Yet here I am, drawing comparisons with how I felt at times back in the Commonwealth while speaking to you of him. Now, Jodariel, you could draw comparisons with how you felt while you're speaking to me and end the sentence there. And I'd also accept speaking of Pamitha. But please, no, no, no. No, 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 no. I'm a little old to be having such thoughts, reader, especially in a place such as this. Thank you for your time. Do not reveal this to the others. It is a trifling matter and not to be of anyone's concern. Especially not mine. Jodariel makes evident she has nothing more to say about this. Tell her Ignarius seems alright. If Jodariel has found some kinship with him, then that is comforting to hear. Tell her he seems like trouble. By her own admission, they have nothing much in common. She can do better. Tell her you care for her. Ignarius would be a base fool indeed to not see what he sees... Wait, what? Tell her you care for her. Ignarius would be a base fool indeed to not see what he sees in her. Tell her goodbye. It is evident to you that she wishes to go out alone. I guess I'll tell you I care for her. I'm not sure why Ignarius is mentioned in this response. You admit, not without some degree of difficulty, that you have grown to care for her yourself. You understand full well how Ignarius must feel. You knew from the first that you had never met anyone like her, but you could never have surmised the degree to which this turned out to be true. Jodariel says nothing at first. Brave of you to say. Such flattery. How brave of you to say. In turn, and as this conversation demonstrates, I have come to value your kinship. But we shall have to draw a boundary there, for a variety of reasons. I know I am not being delicate, but you and I both understand, I think, how feelings operate. Please forgive me mine. I care for you, and I am grateful that you care for me. She departs with a nod. You sense her mood grown darker for the moment, not because of anything you said, but because of how she knows she made you feel. Okay. I am extra sad that it's not... If she turned me down for Pamitha, I could accept that. I am legit kind of sad that she's turning me down for Ignarius. I'm happy for Jodariel that she has found someone. I'm just sad that it's straight. Look at her! Look at Jodariel! You can't tell... whatever. I hate to... This is gonna seem so effing petty, but I'm kind of wondering if I should send Jodariel up in the Liberation next. Not to break her up with Ignarius, not because of that, but now that I know me and Jodariel is not going to be a thing, like that, I feel like that's a very firm confirmation that no, this isn't going to happen. I feel like there's less storyline value in keeping her in the downside. And I also legit think she could be super helpful on the other side. There's a gameplay element there as well that I feel like she would help with the plan if she got liberated more. That being said, it certainly is going to come across that I really just don't condone this straight relationship, and I have no further comment. Let's talk to Sandra. You bring me a brief reprieve from solitude. What seek you in exchange? Oh, nothing. Until our next appointment. Let's explore Shunt. You make time to explore the barren wastes of Shunt with your companions at rocky northern pass towards the Pamitha, report. Not much, so there's a lot more area to cover if we've nothing better to do. They turn to you. You may continue searching or return to the wagon empty-handed to pursue your vocations. To pursue vocations, yeah, let's head back. Your time here is better spent pursuing your vocations. The three of you return to the wagon. Because we can give some bonuses. Yeah! How's Burchard? Burchard's pretty far up there because she didn't start at 0. So I feel like it makes sense to mentor Volfred. Certainly, I would appreciate your point of view. You and Volfred spend some time reviewing some of the specific aspects of the rite, such as the properties of the aura. You sense he has gained something from it. The rites demand we act as of one mind, in perfect unison and harmony, and free of any doubt. I've grown more accustomed to being a part of the Nightwings that day. Alright, so we have the extra damage, and then we have unstable sapling. After casting Sprout, Volfred may remotely detonate his sapling in an aura blast. Press E to cast Sprout, then T to detonate. Epiphanies about the very nature of the world occurred with regularity to lose glory in 100 minds. Or Sturdy Sapling. After casting Sprout, Volfred's sapling spawns faster than usual and gains a larger aura. The 100 minds knew that all the knowledge of his ancestry was always there to guide him. Yes, please! I've made it very clear that just setting up a circle in the middle of the arena is very helpful. If I can make that appear faster and bigger, 100% yes, please. Well observed, I have to say, my girl. We also need to level up Volfred so he can have his little, rites. His little Sandra rite. I didn't miss someone talking, did I? I don't think so. Hope I didn't. I really have to pee, but I'm waiting on the next game crash to do it. A messenger imp with news and rumors of the other side manages to track down your wagon in the desolate sprawl of Jamur Valley. The imp's latest information is about none other than Tizo, who liberated the fall of Solium. Everybody says he's the first creature of his kind to come to the Commonwealth. While this unique status brought Tizo no shortage of prestige, he nonetheless experienced difficulty acclimating to the new environment. It seems that he grew quite despondent. Then at last he managed to track down Volfred's agents, with whom he is working to find a means to bring more exiles home. Thus has the revolution grown stronger. He's also left for you a special verbal message via his most trusted messenger, who rears up and intones, "Scream!" Tizo wants you to know he's doing well, but misses you and hopes to see you again. We kind of very blatantly talked about how I won't be able to get back to the Commonwealth, but fingers crossed we can figure that out once we overthrow the Commonwealth. We thank the messenger for the report and ask that it relay your kind regards. Your companions soon begin to talk in turn. Oft it is said that good things come in smallish packages, and Tizo stood as living proof, and living he remains, apparently. Why would you say that last line like that? I'm so happy for him. I wish I could have had a friend like him when I was there. I guess this makes him an expatriate of sorts, ditching his downside home in favor of the Commonwealth. Who would have thought? You did it, little one. You'd scarce believe how long Tizo toiled here in service of the Nightwings. He deserved his peace more than us all. That makes me feel better, thanks, man. Very, very bright, that one. Would have served well as our familiar. Perhaps someday yet it shall be so. Truly. Once more it seems I underestimated him and his resilience. I shall look forward to our next reunion, Tizo. Perhaps when we are back among the stars. That's a sad line, too. Everybody's being a downer. This is good news. News of Tizo's adventure in the Commonwealth fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Commands gain +1, hope for the next right. Wish Tizo luck. Okay, there's the page revealed. Cool. Hey guys, say, I noticed your little imp pal, he ain't with you anymore. Is he okay? I heard the wildest thing, that he somehow got out of here back to the other side. And I'm thinking, why would an imp want that? As I've said many a time, we're doing pretty good on talismans, so I feel like buying Stardust is our best bet. Appreciate you doing business, and you guys be sure to tell your friends, okay? Downside travels. Not even anyone to talk to. Xylobones! Would that we all could become musical instruments ere our bones turn to dust. Yes! Yes! That is true. Truer words have never been spoken. We all wish that. We all wish our bones could be put to good musical use. Don't deny it. We all know it. Downside travels. I don't know what I did to unlock this one, but alright. You cannot survive the downside if you cannot get around. Howlers shall descend on you, or tempest shall shear you to pieces. That is just the way of it. Traveling through the environs is no simple feat. Consider yourself blessed if you were born a cur. If not, however, you shall have to find a means to cross these lands without the benefit of 4 strong paws. Luce Glorian believes this untamed land can be traversed through means unnatural. I thought at first that he meant sorcery, but he suggests invention. He speculates that carriages could cross this land by harnessing its fury. A wild thought. In my case, my paws shall suffice. Huh. I wonder how many pages are in this chapter, because we only have those 2 so far. Cairn of Haub. How ironic that the shattered remnants of the Bone Titan's Shack's 6 shoulders, which once stood vigilant over the archway into flagging hands, remain now as forbidding as when that horrid monster still possessed unnatural life. After little Haub dispatched the Bone Titan in a feat of ingenuity, Shax's pieces fell into the valley floor, forming a set of standing stones, which Haub marked. Further traces of the Titan's glacial blood coagulated into perfect frozen drops, which still shimmer in the darkness. 6 shoulders seems to start reanimating when the stars above him dance a certain way. Paint the sigil then in the shining light. Who could use some stardust? You always get... That's always nice. You can't get upgraded. You jump further than usual. You do extra damage. Instant return. And solid objects. So either instant return, but I feel like Volfred's going to be getting his trial somewhat soon, so I'm going to be replacing that talisman probably. Can we level this up? Because if we can make you do more damage, that'd be cool. Oh, not by much. 2 extra damage is not worth it. We're going to hold off and see if we should save that for Volfred's talisman. Alright, I'm counting on the game to crash before the match ends, but let's just get in. Let's just jump into it. Once more, you return to the Cairn of Haub, and your companions stand ready beneath the still night sky, awaiting the commencement of their rites. Are the fast-moving howlers those things we fought in that one minigame that one time? I thought those were just imps. You overhear some of their words to one another as you wait the signal in the stars. Well, it's time to get to work on the accusers, I suppose. Do you think that we'll prevail this time, Pamitha? Just then you observe a glint of starlight that begins to shine above, and your companions soon fall silent. There's Shack's 6 shoulders, alright. Your adversaries shall all return from banishment when all are banished. Ooh! Tricky.
6 shoulders.
And let's undo this damage. Yeah, that'll actually, these 2 combos is actually good because if they return sooner, that's less likely that I'll accidentally banish them all at once. I assume it means all at once. Your adversaries shall all return from banishment when all are banished. I assume that's what that means. Either that or like once each of them have been killed at least once, they all instantly return, but that's a weird stipulation. I feel like it's just no more power plays. So just leave one alive, I guess, is the important thing. But also when they spawn, it also takes a second for the aura to appear. So if I kill someone when I'm right next to the pyre, I can still get in there, I think.
Of the Nightwings.
It's a heavy risk.
Once more unto the
But the
Cairn of
prize.
God. The triumvirate you stand against shall be the accusers. Snuff out their pyre's flame and show your worth. Now prepare yourselves.
You. We are ready for you, Nightwings. Come, accusers, let us crush them and be done here quickly. Oh, 2 demons.
Choose quickly your triumvirate.
We're definitely going to get Jodariel in there because I want to raise her to 5, and I also don't want to fight demons with no demons.
Jodariel.
Let's see what we got. 35. That's quite a boost, buddy. And you're just a headwind, right? Regenerate stamina, move quickly, and we get banished for longer. Interesting. And Vispaleth and Darbenfor, they do extra damage too. Oh, this might be a tough battle. Who wants in? Let's get Pamitha in there.
Pamitha.
Volfred, you are very handy on defense, my friend.
Volfred. The choice is
Prepare yourself, everyone. Come then, Nightwings, we are prepared for you.
begin. A flame is stricken.
Too good. That was Pyre without being banished. I'll try my best. All right.
Each in turn.
Do.
Spectacularly done.
If they can't swap their players fast enough, that's on them.
The Nightwing shall prevail.
Also, I keep forgetting Pamitha respawns if I douse the fire while flying.
Now to the flame.
That's so OP!
She soared right in.
Oh, this is so unfair. This is a power trio right here. Oh no, she doesn't come back this time. That's fine. And they come back immediately, right? Okay. Here, come in here. Bold. 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 That's fine. I can just keep playing defense while I wait for Jodariel to get back. This is fine. I'm not scared.
Expected. Be gone.
Like,
How fortuitous.
Ah, there it is. Alright. I'm gonna go get my laundry. And pee. I have disturbing news. Logan Paul has indeed been defeated, but apparently lasted all 8 rounds. And did much better than people expected. Anyways, that's all I have to report. Let's do the same combo, but let's have Volfred first so that I can just set up that sapling without having to switch people.
Jodariel.
Yeah.
Pamitha. It is done.
Oh, I'm ready for them. Yeah, we got a little bit extra dialogue from different people when the rights were getting set up as well. That was cool.
Begin.
Ow. Uh-oh.
Your fellow exiles remain banished. Good.
That's fine. That's fine.
The flame is stricken.
That's fine. It's so unfair. She just comes back. It's so unfair.
almost cruel. Goodbye, Jodariel.
Nice try. Nice try. Nice try, nice try. Volfred's defense is so OP. Okay, how do I switch? It's Q, it's not E. Is it W to switch to the person the other person I want? Okay. Big jump. Can I look to see? I keep switching between only 2 characters, and there's certain times where I want to get to Pamitha, man. Z and X can go in specific directions, it looks like.
Good. In the name of Solium,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Pamitha has doused the flame.
I feel like in online competitive play that has to be banned, right? All the special boy talismans, probably. You get your aura up! Nah! Okay, actually not doing too good now.
This is the road to ruin. Seemingly unfair.
Seemingly. Not actually.
Her wings have served her true.
You soon shall find that we have much, much more where that came from. You're losing. What are you talking about?
Tata Lendo. Alas for Lendl. Tough luck, Nightwings.
Oh my god, but they can't get the orb. Oh, yes, he can. Dang it.
'Tis what the scribes ordain.
Oh, this is kind of a tough fight here.
A show of strength from the Nightwings' opponents. My word! Their Pyre shan't survive much more of that.
Okay, so I don't know if we can take another hit, especially if a demon gets us. But luckily, Pamitha came back.
Unexpected. And it is done.
That's so overpowered!
The
The,
Nightwings
just come back immediately? And she's so fast.
Just simply smite them down next time.
Oh, Pamitha's great. I remember when Pamitha joined, I was like, I don't know how helpful that gameplay style is going to be just because I'm not going to get used to it. But I got used to it. I like it now. Blast. That a decorated constable of the Commonwealth should end up having to consort with fools as these in these accursed robes and miserable circumstances. Those damned scribes certainly exist, for it is clear they have no love for me or anyone of decent birth and station. His bitter attitude towards the Nightwings and the Rights is such that it affects his every move. A shame, really. Would it be coarse to take a bit of pleasure from his outrage?
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Master of the Rights! Fully upgraded. The Rights would have me think that I have nothing left to learn. Whether that be a falsehood or a contradiction, I am yet uncertain. Nonetheless, I shall press on, for the limits of my mastery always have exceeded my grasp, and I expect they always shall. After saluting or after banishing, Jodariel instantly recovers all her stamina. Oh, that's a good one. I'm surprised I didn't lead with that in hindsight.
Pray to solely
Once again, I'm worried I will forget to salute for any of these salute-based talents. The solution to that is just to think more and do better, but alas, I didn't.
until the stars align.
It was a good match. It was a good match. After you bested the accusers in spite of almost having lost... Okay, give me a break. There's little time for you to rest as yet. The night beckons and the next rite reveals itself to be a vital one. There's already time, reader. Come see for yourself. The coldness of the season now presents to us another chance. He heads out straight away, and you follow in turn. Indeed, among the remaining stars, you see one with which you are familiar now burns ever brightly. The path to freedom is laid before you. Pursue it.